You lost to you.
Why this car look like this?
Over there.
Oh my gosh. I think the car is imitating her.
Oh! Somebody! Oh! He needs some milk!
Hey, look, you guys, my husband's about to go on a date with his ex.
Just taking the trash out.
Same thing.
With women, it's always like, something must be wrong with her. She can't keep a man. She must be a real bitch. What a cunt. I love that I don't have to run every fucking thing by a guy. I'm having the kind of sex I never had in my 20s or in my 30s. We should be the ones that are like, fuck you. Like, I'm gonna have an orgasm. But I did just recently fuck a 26-year-old and it was really fucking amazing. There's a
Now just imagine if the roles were reversed. Imagine if a man had said this in such a crude, objectifying way. His head will be on a stick by tomorrow morning and it will be a huge uproar. And when Leonardo DiCaprio does it, it's called grooming.
Dale, dale. Dale, dale.
He's looking at my butt. He's looking at my butt. Mira, ¿qué tú miras? ¿Qué tú miras, chiquito? ¿Qué tú miras? Ay, coño, él sabe lo que le gusta.
How come women with predatory behavior towards minors is socially acceptable? Well, look on the bright side. At least we all know the kid is not gay and is a flaming homosexual because, guys, this is every father's worst nightmare.
What the fuck?
What's the most pain you've ever been in that wasn't physical?
Probably when I learned that my son was gay.
Where is the egg? We've been traveling forever.
There's a reason why in the Bible it's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
How would you rate me 1 to 10?
I don't do that. I don't even know my numbers. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm dyslexic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's 4 times 7?
11, right?
She was a fairy.
I'm totally telling my kids that this is the tooth fairy.
Liberal student demanded Charlie Kirk recognize gender studies, only for Charlie Kirk to completely destroy her argument with one simple question.
Well, gender studies is actually, if you look on like the pre-law track, gender studies is a pre-law track. If you're going to be a lawyer, you have to study gender studies. And
why would a lawyer need to study gender studies? Shouldn't a lawyer know the law?
It's a social science. The law, you think the law isn't inadvertently affected by social, cultural, and gender norms?
Of course it is, but shouldn't they first know the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, the Federalist Papers?
We learned that in high school.
Okay, so what is Marbury versus Madison?
I haven't been in high school for a really long time. I'm not trying to be a lawyer.
You learned it.
Yeah, so like...
Who wrote the Constitution?
Founding Fathers, 1778. I don't know.
It wasn't 1778.
I don't know.
Close, yeah. You don't know?
No.
Okay. Well, this is the point, is that you don't learn it in high school. You don't even learn it in undergraduate, and our law school's not learning it. So maybe...
Well, I'm not in law school.
No, the point is that you were saying they already learned it, and they don't.
Gender studies? Another reason to homeschool. Her Asian side grandparents are deeply disappointed. And as an Asian man, we don't claim this Asian bumbleclut as our own.
I'm not doing this. And that's that. I'm not using the words that other people require me to use, especially if they're made up by radical left-wing ideologues. If they find me, I won't pay it. If they put me in jail, I'll go on a hunger strike.
If I was a man, every woman would want me because I would just love and cherish them and tell them how beautiful and precious they were. And kiss them on their foreheads. Play with their hair, buy them gifts, take them to nice dinners, spoil them, worship them, and make sure that every day that they knew that they were the most magical and beautiful creature in the world. Yeah, if I was a man, I would do that.
No, you wouldn't, because you'd be in prison. Nobody would want you to do those things, so they'd be against the law.
It's weird that you men can't keep these women around.
Yeah, real weird.
They say they'd be a perfect man. Girl, why won't you focus on being the perfect woman?
Are you the 3 Fs, bro? Are you feeding me? Are you fucking me? Are you financing me? Because if not, fuck you.
Woman is the prize.
Men are the prize because men have to bring way more to the table than women do to get a relationship. So therefore, we are the prize.
No.
Absolutely.
No, that's not true.
Do you find most men attractive or unattractive?
Unattractive.
So would it be fair to say that you're picky?
Yes, very.
Okay. So if you find that guy, would it be fair to say that he's probably in the top 1 or 2% of men?
Mm-hmm.
By definition, he's the prize.
It's honestly really simple. Men can be alone, women cannot. Myron is using logic, and unfortunately, she will not understand that. Now, if females were the prize, how about we open an all-female club? Let's see what happens.
Meanwhile,
so somebody decided to open up a women's only nightclub, and this is what it looks like. This is what it looked like. And of course it's gonna look like this, because ain't no men in there to buy the bottles. Even my lesbian sisters, they ain't about to break that bread either. So all the women are just sitting around looking at each other. This is what's happening. They are looking at each other, and it seems if one of them order one drink, they gonna cover it up like that. Like, nah, this is just for me. This is mine. Okay? Who came up with this bright idea? Who? A women's only nightclub? Are you serious? If there were no men on Earth, nightclubs wouldn't even be in business. Because this is what it looked like. No money is being transacted. Just everybody is just sitting on that side of that wall, trying to out bad bitch one another. It's at a total stalemate. So to this idiot that has lost his ass opening this club, you got what you deserve, sir. You got what you deserve. I don't even think no WNBA players are coming in and break no bread. No, the women are going to just sit.
There's a total of 28 whopping dollars in this video. Talk about grand opening, grand closing. The bartender said there were no drinks sold. And legends have say the girls are still waiting for someone to buy them a drink.
Men dream of building a family like their fathers and grandfathers built, and women dream of building a life like anything but the ones their mothers and grandmothers had. And that is such a clear disconnect.
I feel like a lot of men think that they are it. They are the prize. They have to get chose. They can make the decisions. It's them.
Well, if they're getting
what we do,
if they're getting chose, then I don't see how their reality tells them that's what it is.
Right, but they think that 5 girls, women, whatever, choosing them is they're top. They're him. That's it. But that's not really
the reason why a man would think that. Like, say 5 beautiful women want him. You know how choosy women are.
Yes.
So if 5 choosy women choose on one guy,
then he gotta tell 4 of them, all right, I'm good, I got 1.
But how is that?
They're gonna choose all 5. That's my point. Men are gonna choose all 5.
Because that's how we're wired to be.
Yeah, but for what? Why?
What if all 5 girls is giving him the same thing? What if one of them aren't sticking out?
You have to pick. This isn't polygamy.
But look. When a woman's being wined and dined by multiple men at the same time, does she have to pick? Or does she have the right to allow all those men to prove themselves?
Okay.
You gotta say yes or no.
Okay, I'm gonna let you answer that. Go over there real quick.
Okay, I'm not gonna hold you. Do it. So like,
But you just said you're in a season of
I'm
having your
All of a sudden, when you flip the logic, and it immediately doesn't make sense. I swear, some women are kids in adult bodies. She almost shed a tear when accountability entered the conversation. But let's look at the bigger picture here. How about we stop saying who is the prize, but instead, let's focus on our traditional roles and let's have men and women work together. And when that happens, magical things happen. Take a look.
You've been together
3 years?
3 years. When you went on the first date, who paid for it?
Me.
he did the whole thing.
Is there any reason why you didn't pay the first time?
I did offer. I said, "Do you want to split it? What do you want to do?" And he said, "No, absolutely not. I would like to pay."
In the last 3 years, would you say that most of the monetary investment has been on his part as the man?
Yes.
Not even close.
I would say, I would say so.
So, if he's invested in you as his partner the last 3 years as the man, where do you invest as a woman?
I would say he does more of the manly things and I do more of the woman things.
Yeah.
I take care of the house. I do the laundry.
She does.
You know, more of
She invests time.
Yeah.
Well, you're investing time as well.
Yeah, no, I am, but I have to say, with her specifically, she does go above and beyond, guys. You want to find a girl like this, like, she's working, so she's still making money and providing for herself, and she was, you know, waking up early, doing laundry, doing dishes, cleaning the place, so I could focus on making money and setting up our life.
Manly things, woman things, finally, some normal human beings on the internet. You see what happens when men and women revert back to their traditional roles? Just look how happy they are. But guys, unfortunately, too many relationships are like this nowadays.
Tell me your biggest secret.
I'm cheating on my boyfriend with like 5 other guys.
I'm confused how he doesn't know.
Because I have a separate account.
Well, why not just break up with your boyfriend?
Because I love him.
I wonder who goes to heaven more, men or women?
Did you know that men are going to arrive in heaven 30 minutes earlier than women will? No. Bible says it. Revelation chapter 8:1. When he opened the 7th seal, there was silence in heaven for about half an hour. Where you going?
Your 20-year-old husband who married you when you were 17, grooming. Hello.
That's not
what?
That's not
Babe,
grooming.
you
What are you talking about?
No,
How's that grooming?
you have been groomed, and I feel like you don't even realize it.
I think you're drunk out your mind.
Oh, I'm so.
I don't think that.
I'm highly inebriated. Yes.
I'm not gonna yell. I'm not gonna yell or argue with you in
Am I
this
yelling?
way.
Shush
your hooker. Shut up.
I've never been on.
In the back, I'm talking to the nice lady in the back.
Oh.
Nice married lady in the back.
You know she got married when she was 17 to a 20-year-old.
But here's the thing, to the girl in the back in the center who was talking, I had a couple of questions. You and your husband, you got married at 18, you're 19 years old, yeah?
Yes.
Did you guys have a nice honeymoon?
No, we're like kind of unconventional. We got eloped like 3 days after getting engaged. We haven't done a honeymoon yet just because we're saving up for that later in the future. Like our priority is having kids and buying a house.
Are you religious?
I am. I'm Christian.
Well, I want to show this chick what privilege actually looks like. So the Crucible is going to send you $3,000 so that you and your husband can go on a honeymoon. You can go. Scumbag. Her only crime was that she's happily married and you can't fucking stand it. Fuck you.
Guys, nothing angers a feminist more than a happily married woman. Bitter women are always the ones trying to break up a healthy marriage. Remember, single women keep other women single. What the flying chode is this girl's wearing? Who is this girl's father? Now, can we get the diagram and the graphs to educate these cream suckers about modesty?
Hey yo, this is why modesty is good. Many women think that dressing how they want and exposing their body is freedom of expression. Anytime a man tells them to dress modestly, they get angry. They see it as the man trying to control their freedom, but really, it's just protection. A woman is allowed to dress how she wants. However, when you wear very revealing clothing, you attract the wrong types of attention from the wrong types of men. These are the kinds of men that like to objectify women. They are attracted to the women that objectify themselves. A good respectful man would see her and be like, she's beautiful, but would attract drama like these men. Good men value peace over anything. When he sees a woman dressing modestly, it says to him self-respect. He would think, I can trust her and she won't attract weird men. A woman can freely express herself without being nearly naked in public. Like, I've seen women at the club who are basically in their underwear. I have never seen a man who's just in his boxers. By thinking freedom of expression is exposing their bodies, this increases women getting sexualized, objectified. Objectification feeds toxic masculinity, which feeds patriarchy. This overall lowers respect. Men wanting modesty is not controlling. It's them trying to help women with self-respect so it can prevent these. It actually protects them from toxic masculinity. Drop a follow for more Drizzle Drizzle.
Now, ladies, please listen to this next woman, because you just might learn something.
How do you feel if your wife was to be very exposed when she's going out?
I respect my man. I don't do that. Because if I go out dressed a certain way, I know I'm looking for some kind of attention that I'm not looking for. I'm committed to him and only him. I don't do that.
I like this one.
This is the female delusion that they will say, oh, you'll never find someone like me. And guys are like, hey, you girls have become so mundane. You all look the same. You all act the same. You have no substance. You all equally have no substance. You're all promiscuous. You're all, I don't need a man. You're all thinking your looks are gold and your looks are the selling point. And you've got nothing else, You're not working on any other component of who you are, right? You're just like, oh, what do I bring to the table? This. That's all you got. And guys are saying, yeah, you're a dime a dozen, honey. You're a dime a dozen. And that is the truth. Those girls are a dime a dozen.
Girls be like, oh, you'll never find someone like me. Whoa, shit! That's kind of the point.
Tori.
We're gonna take a test. What age do you want your man to be?
22 to 27.
And how old are you?
22.
Why 27?
Older than me is generally better.
Yeah? Why is that?
They're usually more mature, but like not really, but...
If they're put together, they have a job and they're taking care of themselves, going to the gym. Can they be married or not?
No.
You can steal somebody?
I'm okay.
White, black, or Asian?
All are fine. Yeah, no, all of those are fine.
Minimum height?
5'8". Yeah, that's how tall I am. You have to be at least my height.
Can they be shorter?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
If they're healthy, they make a lot of money, they're fit. If they're like 5'7".
I couldn't.
Minimum income?
Minimum 50K a year. We could live off that.
That's like almost bare minimum nowadays.
I know, but it'd be okay.
And you'll be happy?
Yeah.
Can they be obese?
No.
Let's see what the probability of that man existing is. 9.1%.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
It's not great, but it's not bad.
But it's not bad.
It's not
That's
bad.
almost 10%.
Yeah.
Which is fairly solid, I feel.
Oh my gosh. Are we seeing a Bigfoot riding a unicorn right now? Finally, another one who is not delusional. You know, that 50K made her probability improve drastically. She is reasonable. Much respect. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
What's your favorite kind of tree?
That's easy. Poetry.
Last thing that made you cry?
Pepper spray.
You could have one superpower, what would it be?
I'd have the ability to stop time, and my superhero name would be the procrastinator.
I know you're a pretty smart guy. Can you tell us something smart?
All right, check this out. No one knows who actually named Earth, you heard? Some people think it was the Greeks, some say the Romans. Personally, I think it was the Chihuahuas, you heard? You know those little dogs that go, Earth?
That would actually make a lot of sense phonetically. What have you been doing recently to improve yourself?
Man, I'm learning languages on Dingalingo. Like, I just learned how to speak Spanish and Japanese.
Best advice you've ever given someone?
Yo, my boy Mike, he's a janitor, but his house is dirty. So I told him he should work from home, you heard?
If you were a rapper, what would your rap name be?
Barack Obama.
Do you like Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift? I love that dude. You know, I actually met him once, you heard, in Brooklyn like a year ago at a beef patty store.
3 a.m. on Friday night and you're at Taco Bell. What do you order?
A new life and 89 quesadillas, you heard?